Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So it happened. Poland sent MiG-29s fighter jets to Zelensky's Stein. So according to Western media and Western military, MiG-29 is garbage. Therefore they sent garbage to Ukraine. But hey, garbage will fight garbage, right? Yeah, that's what they want us to think. But whatever. We knew that fighter jets will come. This is the first step. Then we'll send more after the MiG-29s will be downed. They will send their own, probably with the personnel too, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so, or maybe like this. We'll find out. So let's see what this article has to say here, coming from the Telegraph, actually, via Yahoo. First MiG-29 fighter jets sent to Ukraine as Poland approves transfer. Woohoo, yes, good job. I like when they show it like this. Oh my God, it's a good weapon, but then they all bash it. Poland is set to deliver 4 MiG-29 Fulcrum fighter jets to Ukraine in the coming days. Oh wow, okay, it takes days to fly it over, right over. Fight 4. I was reading an article earlier today, and they said that actually the fighter jets in Ukraine are useless because the drones are more effective. So now what's going on with this one? Which one is it? Is it true? Why did they send these airplanes? Just to make room for another contract with the military-industrial contract and military-industrial complex from the United States of America? Is that what it is? Makes you wonder, because those 4 that go over there, these guys will ask for F whatever, which is a piece of art compared with the MiGs. That's what we're told. But hey, they know better, right? Because we don't know anything. Andrzej Duda has previously said the Zbudjet 2020 Soviet-era aircraft would be supplied as part of a wider Western coalition. And I'm quoting, "In the coming days, we are handing over 4 aircraft in full working order," end quote, Mr. Duda told a news conference. And I'm quoting, "The rest are being serviced, prepared, and will probably be handed over successively." All right, what's the rest? Up to how many? Can we know? Andriy Yermak. Oh, Andriy Yermak, what are you doing? Zelensky Stein. Hey, Zhmyhal and Reznikov. Yes, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's chief of staff. Yes. Let's see. Oh, that's another one. Oh, Ukraine's era. Pentagon summons Russian ambassador. I thought you were going to show me his face. But hey, I guess not. Let's go back here. Celebrated Poland's announcement with a social media post with 4 emojis depicting aircraft. Aww. Earlier this week, the senior aide announced that great news was coming soon from Warsaw. Yeah, of course. Mr. Duda pledge makes Poland the first NATO nation to answer Ukraine's long-held demand for Western nations to bolster its air force. On Wednesday, a Polish government spokesman said other unnamed countries had also pledged MiGs to Ukraine. Mr. Duda said Poland has as many as 20, thank you very much, MiG, 29 jets that could be donated to Kiev, while Slovakia has publicly announced it could send some of its 11 Soviet-era fighters. The Eastern countries' NATO allies are expected to backfill any MiGs sent to Ukraine with modern jets to defend their skies. How about, we're not going to deliver them to you, we're going to deliver them to Germany, and Germany would just defend your skies, like it happens right now. Western nations are still refusing to send NATO standard aircraft, such as US F-16 or the RAF Typhoon, to Ukraine, despite calls from Mr. Zelensky Stein. But allowing for fighter jets to be delivered to Kiev breaks a long-held NATO taboo that such a move could lead to Russia's escalating the conflict. You don't give a fuck about Russia's escalating the conflict. You send everything everything but nuclear weapons, submarines, I don't know, and personnel legally, officially. Poland first attempted to send MiGs to Ukraine in the early days of Russia's invasion last year, but Warsaw's plan failed after Washington refused to support it. But I gotta tell you that. How about that? You don't tell us? Telegraph? Hey, Weasel, you don't tell me that? Nope. Oops, what the hell? Go back. Yeah. Yeah, they don't tell us about the so-called little transfer of MiGs that were disassembled and sent as parts to Ukraine and then assembled in Ukraine. How about that, the Telegraph? I know that, you don't know that, or it's not convenient to say it here. Taboo my ass. Anyway. Western governments have argued that the war-torn country would benefit far more from MiG deliveries because their pilots are trained to operate the aircrafts and the logistical hubs are already in place. Correct. But it's okay if you send the I don't know, Americans flying the F-16s, they're already trained and they will just use the hubs that, I don't know, NATO will activate or something. I mean, after all, that's NATO, isn't it? Last month, Britain vowed to train Ukrainian pilots on NATO standard equipment, but the process could take months before they are capable of flying Western weapons, fighters. It is likely Britain has agreed to deploy RAF Typhoons to eastern countries to provide additional air defense to cover for any immediate donations of Soviet-era aircraft to Ukraine. These guys are crazy. They think the Russians will attack with conventional weapons now. If Poland will see the Russians coming, they will see probably a nuclear weapon with some Russian sentences on it. That's how they're gonna see it. Do you think the Russians will be in a mood to fight the Poles with that's no, they don't have that. I mean, it's good what they have in Ukraine. So, or NATO. Russia is not going to fight. I think that Russia is already fighting NATO in Ukraine, but NATO doesn't have, like the real army going over there yet. But if that's going to happen, I don't think the Russians will have the patience with them. That's how I suspect. The Russians will say, yeah, you back off, or okay, it's okay. And the other ones will say, yeah, if you do that, we're going to do the same thing. Oh yeah, you do it. Ready? Bring them on. Bye-bye. I think that's the way it could be. But hey, what do I know? We'll find out if these guys allow us to find out. NATO will not get involved in a direct confrontation with Russia for that reason, and for the reason that its population will not really want war. Who wants war? Only someone who almost is, how should I put it, you're cornered, you're attacked, or you just want something from the other side badly and you're going to win. Otherwise, you're not really in a mood to fight. You don't want to, like a bully. A bully doesn't want to fight. A bully wants to intimidate you. He wants to get what he wants from you with no physical altercation, if he can. That's why the first thing with the bully is just to stop it right there. Because the bully most likely will try not to fight you. If he's about to lose face, probably he's going to fight you. But other than that, he's going to try to intimidate you. If a bully would not ask you, just smacks you around and gets what he wants. But they don't do that. They start, verbal, hey, blah, 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 blah. Otherwise, they will smack you and get it. But they don't do that. Why? Because they don't know how you're going to react with that one. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. The fighter jets are coming. Good. At least we know there are 4 of them are ready to go. They're going to be there. And then the rest will, up to 20, I think they said, and 11 from Slovakia on their way. Good, good, good. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.